The universe doesn't want me to write. As 2022 turned into 2023, I moved into a new flat, bought a new car, and made plans to do a bunch of local writing events that year. Within 3 weeks of those plans being made, I lost my job. The universe doesn't want me to write. August 2023. 6 months after starting my new job, I faced major burnout and mental health struggles relating to social media and the work that I was doing. I seek therapy, and I have to put my writing and my marketing stuff on hold as I work out what the fuck is either wrong with me or the world around me. The universe doesn't want me to write. October 2023. I leave my work because of mental health conditions, and I'm literally breaking down from it every second day. I'm back to job hunting, and I job hunt for 4 months. My mental health and my finances take a toll. The universe doesn't want me to write. August 2024. As I make good editing progress on the book that I finished writing in the middle of 2022, I decide to begin writing a romantasy. That all goes to shit when my partner of 9 months breaks up with me. The universe doesn't want me to write. For the first time in my life, I hate my asexuality. I dye my hair, I cry most nights, and I can't get rid of my split ends because of how much stress I am under. The universe doesn't want me to write. January 2025. I'm finally ready to get back on track. I'm editing my notes for my writing more and have developed several scripts to get more videos back on my platforms. The day before I plan to video everything, my laptop kills itself. The universe doesn't want me to write. It's been 4 years since I've published a book, likely going to turn into a 5th. But I'm not gonna let the universe stop me. So yeah, that's been my spark notes as of late as to why I'm not doing so well as an author and achieving my dreams in that area. I just needed to put some of that stuff out there because, yes, adulting and having a life is hard, but it should not have been as hard as the last 2 years have been. I feel like I've rolled a nat 1 on life. Like I've been stuck on a carousel and everything that I've worked for has been thrown off of it and then caught by the wind. In that 2-year period, the only thing that I worked hard on and dedicated myself to that I am very proud and very happy about the way things turned out was being a gingerbread man in Shrek the Musical. But that's not the energy that I want to bring to the table anymore, okay? We're gonna leave that shit behind in 2024. I'm gonna fix things up now. I'm gonna lay my plans now before you. Books. I will send ASTER'S CODA Semblance, my sequel, off to an editor by the end of the year. And it will be published in the first half of 2026. The first quarter of it, if I am lucky, which... No, not that energy. And while I'm continuing the editing and that's getting ready, I'm also going to be drafting a book that is going to have a lot of meaning to me and already is as I'm planning it. I am still in the outlining stages right now, but I'm hoping to start in the next couple of months because this is going to be a much easier job to handle than the logistic nightmare that I made ASTER'S CODA. This will be a cozy fantasy that the working title of is 15 Nights in Babbling Brook. It may change as I plan depending on how many nights I think my main character is going to actually stay in there. It's gonna have a whole lot of queer representation in it. Themes of queer community and finding yourself and recovering from a quarter-life crisis. Gee, I wonder where the inspiration for that came from. Lots of queerness, finding yourself, and finding your own home and your found family, which honestly, with the way things are politically, is something I think we all need right now. Even though it's a focus on asexual representation, I think this is going to be a story that a lot of people are going to want and love, and so now is the time that I need to start working on it. Asexual books and asexual fiction has been the main way that my own experiences as an asexual have been validated. I've never said asexual more times in a sentence, probably. So now it's time for me to give back to authors like A.M. Strickland and Alice Oseman to do what they have done for people like me. You may have noticed how my content has changed since 2023, how I've very much now ditched the instructional how to advice giving videos completely, and I'm in video essay territory now. I don't like watching the advice videos so much anymore. I'm very much more into the stuff where things get discussed and analyzed and cross-referenced. That is something that's way more valuable to me than a bunch of tips right now. So you're gonna be seeing more of those, as well as some very unhinged videos. Most likely the next video that I'm gonna publish is going to be the most unhinged video I've probably made to date. I also will post more than 10 videos this year. I was very much lacking last year for many reasons as outlined at the beginning of this video, but I'm in the mindset to get back on track, so you're going to see more of this ugly face. And also some YouTube shorts. I was staying away from those back when I was on TikTok, but now with the way things are shifting in social media, I feel like I need to put my content on different places rather than just having the short forms on TikTok and TikTok alone. Speaking of that, social media. In the US, politics and social media have become basically untangleable. So much so that I don't know what's going to happen to them internationally, and particularly how it's going to affect the New Zealand landscape. Not that New Zealand is the only people who I'm catering to. It's something I'm very weary of when I do my job, because in New Zealand, I put out and ask questions to my friends about whether or not they would be joining Red Note. One of them out of 30 people is definitely joining. Everyone else either doesn't want to join or they don't even know what it is. And the same is going for just a lot of social media platforms in general, so it's making me very interested as to what's going to happen and where I may go, but I feel like it's still too uncertain to commit to anything new, so I'm going to stick with my YouTube, my Instagram, and my TikTok, hopefully. Also just those three, because as I'm also working full-time, I cannot afford to stretch myself too thin. I recognize that in the States it may be a much more obvious move to change platforms, but I don't know how much that is going to spread yet. I'll be keeping my eye on things and will be letting you know if I pick up anything new. Website. As usual, I'm still stuck on what to do with my newsletter and my website. While I do have some secret plans, which I'm hoping will come to fruition within the next year, and it will make good website and newsletter content, I don't know what to do in the meantime. I struggle with this a lot. I don't know how to sell myself as an author through newsletters when all I've got is just one book to offer and social media things. I'll work something out eventually, but right now I'm in limbo. What would make you sign up for a newsletter from me? Do you want more stuff related to my books, more analyses or advice things? What kind of things would you want from me? So I guess that's the end of my briefing then on what's going to be happening for me in 2025. I need to get this out, even though it was brief, before my creation of chaos comes into fruition. So subscribe so that you know when the chaos is coming. And because I've mentioned financial struggles in this video, and it's still something I'm constantly going to be insecure about, help a girl out if you can by buying a paperback or an ebook of my book baby, ASTER'S CODA Exposure. And with that, I will see you later in another world.